Did Gothic rock truly originate from post-punk music? Imagine a scene where dark, moody melodies fill a dimly lit club, and the crowd is dressed in black with pale makeup. That's the visual vibe often linked to Gothic rock. But where did this style really come from? To answer that, we need to look back at the roots of punk music and how it evolved into post-punk and then into Gothic rock. Punk rock started in the mid-1970s with its loud, fast, and rebellious sound. It was all about raw energy, simple song structures, and a do-it-yourself attitude. As punk's initial wave faded, many bands wanted to experiment more beyond its basic style. This led to the birth of post-punk, which kept punk's independent spirit but added more complexity and different influences like art rock, electronic music, and funk. Within this post-punk scene, some bands started focusing on darker, more atmospheric sounds. They used minor chords, reverb-heavy guitars, and bass-driven rhythms to create a moodier, more introspective vibe. Their lyrics often explored themes like death, love, existential dread, and even supernatural elements, inspired by Gothic literature. This shift in sound and themes marked the beginning of what we now call Gothic rock. Bands like Bauhaus, Siouxsie and the Banshees, Joy Division, and The Cure are often seen as pioneers of this new style. Bauhaus's 1979 song Bela Lugosi's Dead is frequently cited as one of the first true Gothic rock recordings, with its haunting atmosphere and theatrical style. It's important to understand that these bands didn't set out to create a new genre called Gothic rock. Instead, they were part of the broader post-punk movement, pushing its boundaries into darker, more dramatic territory. The Gothic sound is characterized by melancholic melodies, dramatic vocals, and a visual style that matches the mood. Think black clothing, pale makeup, and a fascination with the macabre. Even as Gothic rock developed its own identity, it stayed connected to its post-punk roots. Many of the early goth bands kept experimenting with the eclectic approach of post-punk, and the two genres often overlapped in clubs, record stores, and among fans. From a punk music point of view, it's clear that Gothic rock could not have existed without post-punk. Post-punk provided the musical framework and the rebellious attitude that allowed Gothic rock to emerge. Punk's DIY ethos and rejection of mainstream norms carried over into both post-punk and Gothic rock, even as the music became darker and more atmospheric. For fans and musicians within the punk scene, this shows how punk's energy and spirit can lead to new sounds and scenes while still staying true to its original ideas. In practical terms, knowing this history helps explain why Gothic rock shares so much with post-punk in terms of sound, production, and lyrical themes. It also shows how subgenres naturally develop as artists experiment and audiences respond. Recognizing Gothic rock as a branch of post-punk is important for understanding punk's influence and evolution. It's not just a separate style but part of punk's extended family, even as it carved out its own unique identity.